right? Which is a daughter of Britain. The way the scripture says, I think it's in Jeremiah. I can't remember exactly what it says. She mother shall mourn for she. No? As the mother was like this.
Yeah, the Edomites, they just reaping everything when he gave right. The book of James chapter 5 verse 4, it says, behold the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. We the ones who reaping, you reaping the benefits, but we the ones who going out there and symbolically say it as it's going and reap, like food picking, store fair, and reaping the benefits that we live. And we cry, and the Most High hear we cries, just as he did in Egypt. Just as he did in Egypt, he hear we cries right now. He came to Moses and he said, I've heard the cry of my people in Egypt, and he come to deliver them. And this is that form, this is how the Lord delivering us in these last days. Through the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe. This is the deliverance in these last days. The Israelites coming out of captivity once again.
So like he did that, that's why in Revelation he said, but just land is what spiritually called what? Egypt. Sodom and Egypt. So that's just to show you that the things that it has already been, and it's going to happen again. He's going to destroy the modern day Egyptians, which is Esau, again for his people, for the children of Yashala.
Yeah, Sirach 21 Salakia and 8. He that buildeth his house with other men's money is like one that gathereth himself stones for the tomb of his burial. The congregation of the wicked is like two wrapped together, and the end of them is a flame of fire to destroy them.
Yeah, two wrapped together is like straw. But two is like straw, which easily flame away. If you take a lighter and you light a fire and you put it by straw, it will catch a fire one time. That is what two wrapped together is. And so like hay wrapped together, that is what two wrapped together is. And that is easy to mix. Most high fire for us. Like the end of them.
That's the what I was saying. Praise God up to the Most High. This is Revelation chapter 8 and verse 3. And another angel came and stood at the altar, having a golden censer, and there was given unto him much incense, that he should offer it with the prayers of all the saints upon the golden altar, which was before the throne. And the smoke of the incense which came with the prayers of the saints ascend up before Yahweh shine out of the angel's hand. So every day, week in, week out, as we know apostles, on the highways and the byways, these prayers going up. When we out there speaking these words, the Lord hearing these words. You understand? That way the Lord hearing the cry and the groaning of his people.
Right.
He hearing the affliction. That way the scripture say much wisdom is much grief. Because now we get to understand who he is. And we cry out to our power. We cry out to our power. Because we are attending to his word to say, hey, right, they're my children, right? Because the scripture said in Isaiah, right? He said, the Lord said, as the maiden, not forget her scarf. That's roughly paraphrasing. The Lord said, he will not forget Israel. You are engraved on my hand. And who is that the Lord not going to forget? He will put the elect. Because they were with him in the beginning. So that's the reason why the prayer of his saints is going up unto the Most High. Right. Which the angels carry every day, because the word angel means messenger, and the angels write here this. Alright. That brother was there, alright, this one here, alright. And carrying it back. To the Lord see it.
Right.
Where that?
The book of
Ezekiel chapter 9 and verse 4. And the Lord said unto him, Go to the midst of the city, to the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry, for all the abominations are be done in the midst thereof. And to the others he said in mine hearing, Go ye after him to the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and began at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house.
And the ones crying and sighing and crying and begging and pleading, Lord, please take me out of this captivity. Because you have to hear this place. You have to hear, if you don't hear this place, then something wrong with you. If you don't get up every day fucking pissed off, something wrong, man. Something wrong. Check yourself, man. You're not supposed to be getting up here and happy and nobody. You're supposed to get up here pissed off.
Some of these jakes, they love this syrup. These others give them. You know? They don't love that syrup. And they're supposed to be getting up and stuff every day. The man that go and work with these heaters, them just like that one. They like that syrup, yeah what? PDU, take, driving a little thing with all that is vanity, right? I'm not giving you satisfaction in the spirit to know these heathens ruling over. And for some reason, I just love the glitz and glamour now.
I had to work hand and foot to pay somebody.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? What kind of life is that? You are royal, you see that you think you don't look at yourself as royalty at all. These are royal people. A royal priesthood, scripture say. A holy nation. Sovereignty is supposed to be your desire and not servitude. These jakes want to serve. That's the most I say. The Israel servant is their homeborn slave. Why is this point?
When the spirit last
God. Like the spirit? All you desire to be a sovereign people. Sovereign meaning all your government under all your own laws. Because all you have laws. And all your laws is the laws that everybody dancing to the beat of your drum. Or to your strings. That is when you're suffering. When everybody dancing to your tune. That's how Jake's supposed to be. Everybody's supposed to be dancing to we tune. You're supposed to be pulling the strings. You're supposed to be puppet masters of the world. Everybody's supposed to be dancing to we tune. Hey, don't come into adultery. And anybody we find you that you're in fucked up. Not this world where it's easy to just go and sex a man, girl, you're creeping a man's house, and you go in the station, right? You go in the station, yeah, you tell the police laugh at you and say, "Why? Welcome to you, why?" And things just happen, right? No justice, no judgment, and that is how Esau set up his kingdom.
Sister Habakkuk.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 14. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? Because why? Because why you all spoiled by the wine of who? By the wine of the harlot on the beast. You all spoiled by that wine. But we is not servant. We're not supposed to be getting up and going to work. We're not supposed to be serving nobody and doing anything for nobody. We is Yasha Allah. He is the Prince of Almighty God, all the powers. What we doing working? What we doing slaving? What we doing there? That's why he say, is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Is he a house nigga? He's supposed to be running behind Esau and running down Esau right through? No. We are the prince of this earth. We are the salt of this earth. If we cease to exist, the world will cease to exist. Why then would you want to be a slave? Why are you spoiled? You all are spoiled by all the philosophies and vain deceit of Esau. Come out of it, my people. What we still doing in this?
I can say something because you see what going on. Two-thirds of Israel just love being in a low state. So long as them could, according to my brother here, so long as them could drive up, pull out a PDU, you understand? They rent an apartment and an AC down, and they have a 15, 16 flat screen and little money in the bank. Them comfortable with that. You know what I mean? Them comfortable with that. Them love being in that low state. Them love being in silox and in beat up and hearing 6 pants beating every freaking night. Them love that. Them love that. The sisters them love dressing up however they want to dress up. You understand? And blow the whole block rod. Everybody knows she mouth sweet. Them just love that. That's what them love being in that low state. Them love the Elamites and them, watching them and calling them nigger. And nigger go do this for me, nigger go do that for me. That's not it. I have one more thing to say because watch it. The owner for Bagwan sing. Let me show you how so stupid all the things these niggas is. The lady who owned Bagwan sing.
Helen Bagwan sing is
right? Helen Bagwan sing. I can give her ass. She, you know what she said? She tell her next Elamite, she have a Elamite partner now. Yeah, you know about it. But when you was telling me, she said she rather a Jake thief from she than she own people at Elamite. Because she said the Jake, when the Jake thief from she know them just thiefing just to buy a 2-3 Jordan and a Levi's and some top or whatever the case may be, right? But when the Elam thief from she, it's because it's a house and a business and all can thing. You understand?
Now go back to the curses on
so she don't want she rather reject it from she. I just show you because why? That is all Jake on is the world, materialism, you understand? And the image.
I can just add to that because why? Jake's spirit know who they're supposed to be. Jake, that's the life of a Jake. To look good. Who are we? We are the prince of Almighty God. So Esau and all the rest of nations, they know how to capitalize on us. They know anytime they get money, they're not studying business or nothing. They want to look nice. They want to look good because that's the spirit of Jake.
Yeah, but it not what deteriorate in the fucking mind.
Exactly.
Because why? They ain't rich. They ain't had that mental capacity to elevate beyond that. Even if it's still in the world, right? You're still in the world. They still don't have that mental capacity. They still don't have that mental capacity to elevate themselves within the world now. Them just want to be a low life nigga. That's all they want to be, a low life nigga. You like the 2/3, they love being in a low state. Them just love being looked down upon. Them love being behind the garbage truck. Them love cleaning up the floors in Royal Castle and KFC and cashing. And when the customers find them moving slow, girl will back and girl, so long I fucking waiting for my chicken. And rah. That would they love. They like it. They love it. They love it.
Have a question, have a question.
It's still full with Esau mentality in them. Esau is a vile man. Scripture say, you know, Job said he will even want his dogs to dwell in this man. You understand? And they know that they get caught up on this vanity and then realize that vanity going and perish.
Let me bring this back here.
Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 1 and verse 2. He said, vanities of vanities, said the preacher. Vanities of vanities, all is vanity. Verse 3, he said, what profit hath a man of all his labor which he taketh under the sun?
See, all that profit you're profiting for right now, you're going there and leave it.
If you go down there
You
and leave
understand?
it.
And you're running down these vanities, but yet still, the Most High don't like mixed material. The Most High just deal with everything pure. So
Pure
we're
and
really running
spiritual.
down. We're really running down. We run down corruption, then we running down. We run down corruption to look good.
Our question, I'm bring a precept, please. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 10. That's what it says here, right? Because after you're dead and gone, right? And they say one life to live.
Yeah, YOLO, yeah.
That
YOLO,
that doesn't bear in mind this still had to happen.
You only live once. Yeah, YOLO.
Not knowing this going to happen. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of our Master. To everyone may receive the things done in his body according to that he had done, whether it be good or bad. So when they live their life and the function as such, the neglecting to acknowledge that you still have to go and stand up before the Father and give account. So that when you see a baby born and a cripple and they walking and shitting on themselves the whole life, a newborn baby born and somebody brutally stabbed them up. A carnal-minded man not going to understand what God did. That is a wicked spirit.
Yeah, that come back on you for judgment.
Come back and that is a judgment. The Lord said, whosoever perish be innocent. So if a baby born and the perish at the age of, like say 6 months, somebody do them such, that baby innocent?
Yeah.
Or you trying to charge the Most High with unrighteousness, because this is what these people has been doing. Them just be trying to charge the Most High with unrighteousness. How God go let that happen?
Yeah,
How God go let this happen?
Because what? Romans 10, we say they have a zeal for God, but not according to knowledge.
God.
They don't understand the knowledge of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So if you don't understand the knowledge, then how come could you judge him? To begin, who are you to judge him? Who are you to point a finger at him and say, why? Or why? Or why? With the knowledge of Yahweh Hashem, you wouldn't have a reason to ask the Lord why. Because you will understand that there is no new spirit. Spirits are reincarnated. So when you come back in the flesh, you come to serve the judgment from your past time.
That's right. That's right.
They wouldn't understand. And then some of them, they don't care to understand. But according to what the brother say, consider with like a little baby. When that baby come about, because what long time, when we wasn't in this truth as youth man growing up, they just say, I can remember when I was in the Catholic church as a little boy, going first communion classes, what they teach me is children is reach the age, they just start to get judged at the age of 7 and all kind of bullshit. Like age of judgment, boy. You understand? Age of judgment. But from the time you come out, your mother pump. Yeah? You're being judged.
That's right. That's it.
From the time you come out. Yeah. From the time you come out, your father balls back. You understand? You're being judged.
Why? Why you being judged? Because the seed just come from your father, but Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is the man who put the spirit in that seed.
That's right.
Hey, Salah, that is just a validate, right? The Most High turned to all his creation from the beginning.
That's right.
Because when you go into Ecclesiastes 11, you see when you die, your spirit goes back to it. The dust goes back to the earth and the spirit goes back to the Most High. We go be in the spiritual realm. Same thing as the Pharisees try to ask you how shy about the woman who wants 7 husbands. Then 7 seducees, so like Tawara. You understand? But he say the spirit there is no merit because they know they're in spirit. You understand? And that's the reason why now, as your brother brought out the point with the young baby, if the baby be put to death, right? As the scripture say in 1 Corinthians chapter 2, the carnal-minded man can understand spiritual things. This is Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 15. Ye shall do no unrighteousness in judgment. Thou shalt not respect the person of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty, but in righteousness shalt thou judge thy neighbor. So now we know true wisdom and understand that the Most High, you understand, hey, like judgment pass on the Most High. You understand? Something he did back then and he come back to pay for it. That's the reason why when we are upon this earth, we just say we hell. And the scripture say in Micah 7 verse 9, he said, I will bear the indignation of the Most High because I have sinned.
The scripture here in Hebrews, in the book of Hebrews chapter 9 verse 27, it say, and it is appointed unto men once to die, but after this the judgment. After the judgment, so once you die, your spirit returns back to the Lord, and the Lord judge you according to how you were living in the past.
That's right.
You understand?
Now the scripture say in 1 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 15, he say some might be saved through a fire.
This one in the book of 2nd Ezra. In the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 14, verse 35, he said, for after death shall the judgment come, after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again.
Because Christian church, when they just preach about judgment, they feel judgment there is just one literal day itself, where it's a long line now, boy. You understand? You can't put a big freaking book. Yes, Mr. So and so. Well, I watching here. I see where I see. Yeah. You used to sex boys. You used to this. You used to that. Yes, Mr. So and so. You understand? They feel that judgment now.
And when you're done, you can hit the Lord at alibi. Well, Lord, I was Lord already didn't know, and Lord forgive me.
Christianity is of the devil, boy.
That's right.
It's of the devil, boy. Big time, boy.
They're being judged right now.
If they're being judged right now,
We are the persecutors. This is the judgment. This right here is the judgment. This have everybody doing and you recompense it. So that make us what? We are the prosecutors. We are the prosecutors reading out everybody judgment.
If you scoff, you pass on your scoff, you proceed on yourself.
God.
The pastor say, the angels are wrong here.
Yeah, that's right.
Scripture say you are come unto a company of innumerable angels.
That's right.
And Hebrews 12, the angels taking notes of everything. You pass your scoff. The mark. You pass back, you preach, you stand up, you listen, you start to believe. Most I will eventually,
blot out that judgment.
This is because you just said the judgment here, right? But
He was now saying, like, this idea 58 and 1, it says, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people the transgression, and the house of Jacob their sin.
And the house of Jacob the sin. So is that judgment there. I read judging here, but it's like, well, I think it's Matthew 7 where he talks about judging and judge. Yeah. But there is one up here you understand? But the thing about it is how the hell they expect to know when you're going off, because it is the better say bringing out the truth. Because all the time you're in Christianity, you're learning lies. You're learning something that your pastor went and spent X amount of money in a theological school to learn lies. Because the pastor can himself break down the races in the Bible. Because you ask the pastor, alright, you read Ecclesiastes 4:16. When you read that film, and then show him, well, all the people of old, You know, there is no end of the people now, but that's roughly paraphrasing. So seeing that there is no end of the people, so then the Moabites, the Ammonites, the Hamites, all of them, the descendants still here. The Israelites, all of them, they're still here. So, all right, call out the races. Who is the Moabites? Who is this? Who is that? Who is that? You can't yourself do a simple breakdown of that. You can't yourself think with that, right? So that, right? Yeah. Not the son. So then now you had no understanding of the scriptures to do a proper breakdown. But you had the brothers here now giving you a proper breakdown of the scriptures and correcting you with your blasted folly. But you coming to tell me about don't judge nothing, judge nothing, and all kind of bag of shit you coming to tell me. How do you expect to know if you're going off? Yeah, it is you going to church all these years. All these years you going to church. Yeah? But yet still you don't know the fact, and truth and in fact, the Bible do not validate a virgin birth. You understand? But you going to church all these years, you know. You going to church all these years. Right? Don't yourself know that is an Israelite. You're reading the book. You're reading the book. And here you're reading it verbatim too, eh? When I say verbatim, you're reading it like if it's a storybook. But yet still, yet still when you read Deuteronomy 28, you think clicking to you, man. You're reading, all these years here in church, you're seeing white John the Baptist, white Solomon, white this, white that, white the other. But when you're reading, Solomon let you know, I am black and comely. Job let you know, I am black. Whatnot, so forth. But still, I just show you about Stockholm fucking syndrome with all the dumb niggas, man.
But brother, you remember too, it's a conditioning from 400 years, eh?
Well, yeah, we know this. We know this. We know there's a conditioning. That is why, again,
that conditioning 400 years.
2/3.
It's a conditioning select.
But yeah,
it's also the most high for them. So
blindness.
Because where was the 400 years when we was in Jerusalem and they still crucify our shine?
Yeah.
So where the 400 years was? They had no 400 years. They didn't know there was Israelites, they didn't know all kind of thing, and they still crucified.
They rebel.
They still rebel. That was the condition in Egypt when they were giving Moses all these stuff and stuff. Had no condition. These people are just hard-headed freaking people.
Wicked niggas. Wicked.
They're still hard-headed.
Because I've always told people that since I was small, well, I'm 49 years old. And I always said that I know something was wrong with us. From the sense that I used to be looking at the other ethnic groups. And I always used to be telling my mother since I was small, I said, Mommy, is something wrong with us now? I said, something is wrong. Something is adding up. And I say, if you look at it, black people are some of the most holy people out there. Every Sunday morning in church. You can't beat them every Sunday morning in church. I said, but if you look at our condition, it ain't changing at all. Everybody else prospering, but we still getting thrown under the bus. I said, something is wrong. And I used to tell my mother that. She said, no, but I said, yes, I said, something is wrong. I said, we're doing something wrong. And I used to tell my mother that. I said, something ain't adding up. Christianity, Islam, why we're going, I said, we still getting blows. I said, something is wrong. I used to tell my mother that. You know? And then when I started reading the Bible and, you know, started look at certain things, I realized, well, look. You read certain things in the Bible and you realize, look, okay, this will be inflict on the children of Israel. And then you look at, okay, what's our condition? And a lot of things adding up to the things they see in the trip here. Like when we were taken back to Egypt in ships. And I look at all these things, I say, but this is the Atlantic slave trade. You understand? Yeah. Because if you look at it good, we're the only people in history that all wrong suffer 1700 years slavery, 1300 years on the Islamic slave trade, and 400 years under the Atlantic slave trade. And these things were written before the Atlantic slave trade even happened. Yeah. And then we look at things like who will be in the days, who will be in the land of the enemies in the last days. That is us. Because this is our Egypt. Our Egypt is the Americas.
Yeah, because the
Right.
word, excuse me, the word Egypt, go back to the word Egyptos,
Yeah.
which means slavery or
Yeah.
bondage.
Yeah. And I look at it because when I look at the so-called Jews who in Israel today, well, Jews is a religion, not a bloodline. I look, these people did not suffer the things that they see in the Bible. And even some of their own people have even said that. And look, they never suffer these curses that happen in the Bible. And the only people really suffer this is our people. If you look at from the whole trade school, okay, so we suffer in America was Jim Crow,
Red line,
and everything. If you look at Revelation chapter 2 verse 9, I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich.
But thou art what? Rich in the word. You understand? Rich in the heritage. You understand? But what with some tribulation and poverty, because we is the ones in the ghettos, we is the one in the favelas, we is the one in the barrios. You understand? It's only we.
Yeah.
When I look up the word, I think it's ghetto. When I look in the etymology of the word ghetto, it talks we're going into. It's a place that is where Jews dwell, where Jews were inhabited by Jews. You understand? And it's me. Them over there in the land of Israel, them it's not ghetto over there.
As a matter of fact, before Hitler, they were the elites of Europe.
Yeah.
They had all the businesses, they were the doctors, they were the technocrats, they were everything. They had all the all the skills.
They control the
As a
world.
matter of fact, World War I, one of the main architects of World War I was a Jew.
Well,
the
yeah,
Kaiser.
Rothschild.
One of the main
The Kaiser.
yeah, Kaiser, one of his main and one of his main right hand men was a Jew.
But the really and truly World War I was orchestrated from since in the 1700s.
Yeah.
Some late 1700s, early 1800s, World War I was orchestrated. It was a whole nefarious plan with the Rothschild and them and all the elites at that time because that was the beginning at doing the best to implement the New World Order. The call across the call like what it is have in Jekyll Island and whatnot, with all these elites coming for the big meeting and whatnot now, boy. Right, for the council now, boy. They had that, and part of that council was the Tsars. Right, the Russian dynasty, the Tsars and them.
Yeah.
Now the Tsars and them, there wasn't for that.
No.
Because they find the symbol like these Rothschild and them they're going over fucking board. So the Rothschild and them they say, well, here we're going on, seeing that the Tsars and them don't want to think we go get rid of the Tsars and them. And that is how it's the Rothschilds who get rid of the Tsars and them.
Yeah.
That is how the Tsars dynasty fought.
Yeah, these are
Right?
Russia.
The Rothschild and them get so the thing, and they get them out, but they get them out during within the period of World War I.
Yeah.
The last fall.
They execute them.
They orchestrated that World War because all that was in the planning to get World War I and World War II. All that was ready for
These are Russia. Nikolai something was
for them to occupy the land of Israel. So when they get rid of, and the main man who they used to get rid of the Tsars was Stalin.
Yeah, but he was a young boy not yet.
Was Joseph Stalin, because he's what, a communist.
No, but the Russian Revolution happened after the Tsar dead, you know.
Huh?
The Russian Revolution happened after they know. When the Tsar gave over throne, explain what the Tsar. The Russian, it was a Democratic Party they took over, and after that, it's when Stalin them come and overthrow that Democratic Party after, you know. And that's where all the bacchanal take place. After that, we left to World War I, then World War II, and everything and that.
Now, Stalin coming after World War I.
Yeah.
Coming after,
Yeah.
coming before, coming after
After.
World War I. I think he was like Hitler. I think he fought in World War because Hitler fought in World War I. Hitler was a corporal.
Yeah, I got
Back in World War
I
One.
got him in a prison.
And hey, that brother didn't finish that precept.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Revelation chapter 2 verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogues of Satan.
So the statement to use the Jewish people is correct.
Yeah.
Because of blasphemy is a lie.
Yeah, because-
so he said, I also know the lie of they that say they are the Jews
Yeah.
and are not.
They know they are Khazars. They from the Khazars Empire, that is Turkish and Eastern European descent.
Yeah.
There where they come from, and they converted Jerusalem in the 1700s through the middle to the early 1800s, the 1800s, they converted into
Now,
Jerusalem.
way before that.
They converted it.
Way
Yeah,
before that.
they converted it. But they are not the now they're talking about a 13 tribe and all kind of madness they're talking about now. Which everybody knows a 12 tribe and all talking about 13 tribe and all kind of madness they're talking about now. Because that master that fall off. You understand? That master that fall for them. Because when these people, after World War II, when they got this place, you know what was going for them first? You know what was going to make Israel first? Not Palestine, yeah. Uganda. Uganda was going to make Israel. They was going to make Uganda Israel.
Yeah,
and then they changed the mind and put them Palestine after.
Yeah.
But
But
Uganda
there was
was
a
going to make
nefarious
Israel
plan now because you see they wanted us to they know the true Jews.
Yeah.
They know the true Jews are people of color now, boy.
Yeah.
So
Put them in Uganda.
they was trying to try to put it like it always had white people, so-called white people in the land of Ham from ages back now, boy. They was trying to make like they originated from Uganda now, boy.
No way.
You understand?
Nothing they say,
But-
Adam.
It couldn't have.
Nothing they say, Adam. The first man to tell them how people can live a land black and come back white was Nasser. He was the leader of Egypt.
Yeah.
He's the first man who opposed them when they first come there and tell them how people can live a land black and come back white.
He was
Is there
the
something
accept
wrong?
here.
Yeah.
They
A
tell
man
them
called
he never
Nasser.
accept them. Nasser Al-Gabir. Where's the Egyptian name?
Gamal Abdul Nasser.
Yeah.
He overtook the royal family of Egypt and he take over. And also that take over after he. That he wanted to kill who make peace in Egypt. They kill he after. And he said them that, he tell them that. He said, people can never leave a land black and come back white. He said, where will they come from? Who's all here? And that's reality.
But those cases is actually Amalekites.
Yeah.
They are the tribe of Amalek.
Yeah.
Because they converted since in the days of the Maccabees. And they understand then the fall. Then all of them fall and had us to go in the Caucasus Mountains and whatnot, and they start up with them. From there they come out and start back, you know, through the cases.
Yeah.
You understand?
And come with the force of Greek mythology and all that
And
nonsense.
thing and started to go
Zeus and all them nonsense that
with
come in. Zeus and Samson and all them kind of nonsense that come with after.
That is why in somebody give Ezekiel 36 and 5, and somebody will give Joel 3 now. Salakia. Then
Isaiah 25 verse 7. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covenant cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations.
Yeah, that was going on right now. Now you see them, you see the mash up now.
Yeah, the mash up enough. So
You see them for what
yeah,
it is.
the mash up
Most I
enough.
just said you go destroying this mountain, face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. Because the white man started lie, just started lie and deceive.
Yeah, no, but he's a deceiver, you know. He's a deceiver, he's a deceiver. You see, he's the only way he can survive.
You
His
know
lies
what
and deceit.
deceiver mean? Devil.
Yeah,
So he's the devil.
yeah. Satan is a dragon. And never
White
go
man
down
is the
there.
devil.
Yeah.
If you say he's a deceiver, the word deceiver means devil. So you
Because
say he's the devil.
he put a murderer as the face of Jesus Christ. See, she budget. A criminal, a man who's a mass murderer, a serial killer, put an ancestral relationship with his sister, all kind of madness.
homosexual.
Yeah, all kind of thing. Right? He used his image for years and he fooled the world with that. And fortunately, people gravitate towards that because, you know.
Yeah, Ezekiel 36 and 5.
Nah, I had some. They Nahum 3. They Nahum 3 and 1. He said, woe to the bloody city. It is full of lies and robbery, and the prey departed not. So that land is full of, this place is full of lies and robbery. So then that's why the Akim here telling, hey, the word go back, the word deceiver goes back to the word devil. So he is the devil. And within the spirit that day I was saying now, and something came to me. When we was in the world, we know the picture of the devil with the horn, red, the fork.
Yeah.
But they was giving us a true image of the devil. But without the spirit of discernment, we couldn't discern it. Yes, he's truly red. Yeah, he horn represent what? Power. The fork represent what? The weapon, which is who Esau. The first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and he is in the form of a man. So then you understand, so you now we see how lost our people was. Truly lost. And then the scene in the Bible thoroughly that, hey, the Bible explaining to you that Yahushua HaMashiach, who the world ignorantly called Jesus, he was a black man. But then when they read it for them, they say color doesn't matter.
Because
That's where the hypocrisy comes in.
Can.
Because they tell you his hair was white like wool, right? His eyes were like fire, his skin was like bronze.
Yeah.
But yet still, when they watch a movie, they were so sure a man of Caucasian descent with a long bushes and a bit of hippie in a
And colorful eyes.
and green and blue eyes.
Because why they control the narrative? Why they control the narrative? They own the media houses, they own Hollywood, they own all the movie studios and whatnot, so fun, right? And they are in power, so they can control. They change the truth, a history, and make it what? His story.
Yeah.
Make it their story and feed the world with that story. You understand? That's why when they're watching 10 Commandments and they're watching Moses, they're getting a white Moses, a white Aaron, a white Miriam, white children of Israel.
Yeah.
You watch Passion of Christ,
Same thing.
a white Jesus, white Mary, white Joseph. You understand? The other day I watching Samson. The other day taking in Samson. White Samson. You understand? A white Samson. But they still, but to show you how deceitful it is, to show you how thing is and how they know the truth. When they make the movie the other day where Morgan Freeman was acting as God, acting as the Most High.
Let me come ready.
Bruce Almighty. Yeah, Bruce Almighty. Yeah? They know that the Most High is a so-called black man. You understand? So they throw that subliminal to see how the people will react. You understand? But who put the man to play with the face now? A so-called white man. You understand? But don't forget about Ezekiel, eh?
Yeah, so many in Ezekiel, they the book of Ezekiel chapter 13 verse 10. He said, because they have seduced my people, saying peace, and there was no peace, and one built up a wall, and lo, others dug it with untempered mortar. When you go back to the word and untempered mortar, it means whitewashing. So they build up a whole new system, and then what? Whitewash it. For everything white, the angels white, the Hamashiach white, everything just white.
Because I remember them looking at the different angel. They're looking like a baby with wings.
A naked baby with wings, and the little baby outside, and you have a bow and arrow, and all that kind of bad bullshit. You understand? And the angel. But when you read the scripture now, and you read about the angels, you don't get a description. You understand? So who are the Ezekiel there? Yeah, bring it out now.
Ezekiel chapter 36 verse 5. Therefore thus says the Lord power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen.
Against the residue of the heathen, go ahead.
And against all Idumea.
And against all Idumea, Esau, Edom, the Greek word is Idumea. Right? Go ahead.
Which I have appointed by land.
Which they appointed that the Most High's land to the self. Go ahead.
into their possession.
Into their possession. Go ahead.
With the joy of all their heart.
Yeah. Go ahead.
With despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey.
With joy, because it was a joyous thing. Oh, it's prophecy. 1948. Prophecy, biblical prophecy. The Jews just as prophesied.
Yeah, it never had Jewish homeland.
You understand? But they are in their homeland now.
Yeah.
The idea of town there, the idea prophecy or what? The Balfour Declaration.
Yeah.
You understand? Where the British and the stinking Americans and them come together with all that, with whatnot. Right? And the part of the land, where you say the part of the land there in that one there? You will get our account in Joel 3. Because in Joel 3 it talks about where the part of this land. Right? And that part, what that part mean? Because it was the Arabs there. When we left and come into Africa, it was them stinking Arabs and them started to occupy the land.
Yeah.
Right? And when them come into the land now, you understand the part of the land. They make a little agreement. Alright, we go leave all here. We go leave all here. That is why the Arabs and them, you see them in Palestine. You understand? They call them Palestinians, and they are not the real Palestinians. The real Palestinians was is Hamites. It's them Africans and them. You understand? That is why you have it's split up between these Muslims and Amalek. What now?
I say, brother. That is why you see now Islam. This brother right. When he call the fella Jew, you're vexed because